welcome to week 8. I know we're a little late with this message, but I just wanted to extend the formal welcome to week 8 to all of you and touch a little bit on what it is you'll be doing this week. You're looking at what I've labeled here as do-it-yourself media, but also known as either new media or social media. Basically, we're taking a look at how organizations use these media in order to reach stakeholder groups. So there was, in your reading, I think very interesting, new to this edition, which is of course, as you all know, new to me, a look at mobile marketing and how organizations are harnessing applications on cell phones in order to, or text messaging on mobile phones in order to reach buyers. And as I was reading through the chapter, because again, I just got the book, as you all know, in week 5, I was struck by how many of these techniques I, as a consumer, already use. So, for example, I have a Starbucks app on my phone. I get text messages from different organizations or different stores telling me when there's a sale. For example, Target will send me my coupons to my mobile phone, and then they'll also alert me when there's a baby sale or baby coupons to be used. And sometimes this is annoying, and sometimes it's great, and I love it. As many of you know, I'm obsessed with Starbucks. Love the Starbucks app. I actually use it more than a person probably should. But I'm trying to think of what else I have on my phone. I do have quite a wide variety of apps on my phone that have to do with brands. Also, similarly, I follow a lot of brands on Facebook. I coupon, so a lot of times in order to get the coupon, you have to like a brand on Facebook. But over time, I've seen my friends doing the same thing, and so, when I like something, it'll pop up. So-and-so also likes, whatever, Stonyfield Farms yogurt or something like that. And so, truly, as I'm reading through the book, I realized that as a consumer, this might be the most frequent way that I'm reached by organizations. I'm reached directly. So I hope that you get a lot out of this lesson, not only in terms of corporate communication or public relations, but also kind of looking at how you as a utilizer of social media have kind of evolved in your use. Is your Facebook page still primarily for friends only, or do you also follow brands and organizations? So try to kind of inject yourself into the lesson a little bit and think about how this applies to you, and you might be surprised by how often you communicate with organizations or brands and don't even realize it. Your discussion for this week is pretty straightforward. It just asks you about the importance of using social media for communicating with stakeholder groups. And then also your activity asks you to analyze a blog, but a public relations blog. So I realize this might be kind of confusing, right? I'm talking about how organizations use blogs to reach people, but then I ask you to analyze a public relations blog. Purpose here is twofold. First of all, there's not a ton of organizations that are more and more organizations are using blogs, but I'm afraid we'd be identifying the same 2 or 3 over and over. Although if you want an example of an organization that does a great job using a blog, check out Whole Foods website and check out their blog. So if you want to see like a great illustration of the lesson, check out the Whole Foods blog on wholefoods.com, and that will give you a great example. However, having you analyze a public relations blog will get you more engaged in public relations content, as well as you consider entering the field. You'll now have some resources to go to for trends and ideas. Additionally, it will illustrate the blog format to you as described in your reading in your lesson. So that's kind of the purpose behind that. But I don't want you thinking that public relations blogs are exactly what we're talking about in the lesson, because we're talking more about organizational blogs. I hope I didn't just make it more confusing for you. If you do need any clarification, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to talk about it with you. So that is it for this week. As I'm sure you are all well aware, we'll be heading into spring break next week. And when we come back, we're doing a lesson on research. So the lesson is already up there, as well as everything else you need for that week, which is week 10. And I think that the research lesson will be really helpful when preparing your media monitoring reports. And don't forget that they are due soon after we get back as well. So since you have the week of spring break, you may want to take the extra time to kind of get really dug into your media monitoring projects, and therefore the research lesson might be something that's really helpful to you as you do that. As always, it's full of links and examples, so if there are some concepts in terms of the research or the media monitoring project that you're having trouble understanding, it might be a really useful thing for you to do. So that is about it. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you can come see me during office hours, which are right now, 1:30 to 2:30 on Wednesdays, as well as they're 1 to 2 on Thursdays, but I have a meeting tomorrow that will run during common breaks, so it'll get over at 1:20. So I actually won't be in my office tomorrow until 1:30, but I will stay later until 2:30 to make up the time and catch you if you needed to talk to me. Don't. You can always also email me. Don't call because for some reason the voicemail does not seem to be working on my phone. So email me and we can either set up a time to meet face to face, talk via email, or set up a Skype conversation. Hope you're having a great week, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it.